Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. In 2023, many individuals receiving Social Security benefits, whether it's retirement, SSI, or SDI, are finding the amounts insufficient to cover their needs, particularly given the rising costs in recent years. Unfortunately, a concerning prospect awaits us in 2033. Without timely intervention to bolster the Social Security program and sustain the trust fund, it is on track to become insolvent. This implies an inevitable reduction of benefits ranging between 20% to 25% for all recipients. Rather than dedicating significant efforts to fortify and improve the Social Security program, the actions being taken might astonish you, or maybe not, given the circumstances. But before delving into that, could I kindly ask for a quick favor? If you could give this video a thumbs up, it would greatly assist in boosting its visibility through the YouTube algorithm. Also, if you haven't already, consider subscribing to my channel. Now let's address a recurring topic on this platform, the gradually declining state of the Social Security Trust Fund. This impending insolvency, predicted for 2033, translates into a definite reduction in benefits for everyone receiving them. This reduction could range from 20% to 25%. As we all know, current benefit amounts are already inadequate due to the relentless rise in inflation, which hasn't been adequately counteracted by the modest cost of living adjustments, COLAs, that have been issued. This year's 8.7% increase, though the highest in 40 years, still falls short of genuinely keeping up with the inflationary reality that most Americans experience. While this is a matter that should take precedence on the agenda, it appears that the present focus of Joe Biden and fellow lawmakers from Washington lies elsewhere. For instance, Biden's recent call for increased aid to Ukraine seems to eclipse the dire state of Social Security or other domestic programs. According to Politico, Biden's request for $40 billion in emergency funds for Ukraine disaster relief highlights the administration's priorities. The request comprises over $24 billion for Ukraine, $12 billion for federal disaster relief, and $4 billion for addressing issues at the southern border. As you can see, $24 billion allocated to Ukraine, while the Social Security Trust Fund remains untouched. Additionally, $12 billion for domestic disaster relief, which is important but doesn't match the commitment made to Ukraine. This lopsided allocation of resources underscores the perceived priority of foreign interests over those of American citizens. Politico's report reveals that both Democratic and Republican lawmakers advocate for increased assistance to Ukraine due to their commitment to aid the nation in its conflict with Russia. However, some conservative members, especially in the House, oppose further aid without a transparent account of how the $43 billion in prior assistance to Ukraine has been utilized. It's indeed a complex situation where supporting Ukraine while tending to domestic needs both hold merit. The ongoing conflict should ideally be resolved, and Ukraine should be assisted. However, the same urgency should extend to the well-being of Americans at home, especially those reliant on Social Security benefits. In the broader scope, there are additional challenges on the horizon, such as the impending federal government shutdown if funding isn't secured through the 12 appropriation bills by September 30th. There's a dispute over the level of spending for the upcoming year. A deal initially struck between McCarthy and Biden to raise the debt ceiling in exchange for keeping funding stable for most domestic programs might change. As inflation surges, some Republicans are advocating for more cuts. The chart provided illustrates a concerning reality. In 2023, the U.S. is allocating a staggering $857 billion for interest payments on the national debt. This is a clarion call for debt management, especially considering that these funds could be redirected to fortify the Social Security Trust Fund, among other essential programs. The ballooning national debt at $32 trillion necessitates attention and control. In conclusion, the intersection of prioritizing foreign aid and addressing domestic needs is a complex one. While assisting other countries is important, it shouldn't overshadow the imperative of securing the financial future of American citizens. The impending Social Security benefit cuts and the looming government shutdown highlight the need for balanced decision-making that serves both international obligations and the welfare of the American people. Thank you for joining me today. If you found this video informative, please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing to my channel. I'll see you in the next video.